Bust down, rollie my AP. Dude, would you ever get a rollie?
Dude, I was close to getting one.
No, you weren't.
If I continued working at Domino's, they give Domino's special Rolexes to like the general managers.
They have Domino's Rolex?
Dude, we would bug Nelson about it. We'd be like, Nelson, could we wear your watch? And he'd be like, no.
It?
Yes.
So is it just when you become general manager, they give you a Rolex?
I think so,
How much do you think that thing's worth?
Oh, it sold at auction before.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's a thing.
Yeah. If you're slanging shitty pizza.
That's how I can get my Rolex. I hope you know there's a kid out there that like wants a Rolex more than anything, and you just taught him the cheat code of how to get there.
I hope so.
He can quit right after he gets it.
This is Life Hacks taught by Pod-A-Mania. Welcome to Pod-A-Mania. My name is Eddie.
My name's Dylan.
This is a weekly wrestling podcast.
Most of the time.
And sometimes a get-rich-quick scheme. What are we covering today, Dylan?
We cover everything from Collision last week, Dynamite this week, and anything that might fall in between.
And before we get into those shows tonight, be sure to follow the damn podcast at Pod-A-Mania Pod _EWL3 and at Bozo Dills.
Like and subscribe. And don't forget to comment. Tell me what you thought about wrestling this week. We're also on Spotify and Apple Podcast.
Follow us. Leave a review over there. Leave a comment. We love reading them as much as you love leaving them.
Dude, I've been itching my nose. I recorded a whole video for FTG Sports, and I kept doing this through the whole video. And as I was editing, I was so mad. I can't stop. My nose is itchy.
But, I mean, you're itching to thank them for getting us to 500 subscribers.
Woo! I hope you put confetti in the edit.
We really do appreciate you joining us on this journey.
Can you put the iPhone happy birthday balloon edit through? Can you put that through when you say 500 subscribers?
We are, humbly, we thank you guys and just getting us to where we're at now. And it's going to be a big 2026, hopefully. Bigger and better things. And we're going to invade a wrestling show one of these days.
You guys are cool, I guess.
Not as cool as the Don Callis family.
My bald man.
Daddy Don celebrated Okada's victory over... He called himself that, actually.
Then I should shake his hand. I wish you would give me my job back. The market's bad, dude.
Don Callis celebrated Okada's victory last week over Tanahashi in his last match at Wrestle Kingdom, pretty much saying that he was the better competitor. Before he could get too ahead of himself, though, Fletcher came in and confronted Don about the screwdriver screw job that happened during the C2 semifinals. But Don says that the only person that was screwed was Okada because he walked in with the Continental Championship and then he didn't walk out with it. You know?
I love the fact that it's little splints. There's little splints in the family, and it'll lead to a big end off. But I don't want it to take too long to where we don't care.
No, I know. I think we're going towards a different, like, collision. Not the show, but between between the family itself. Where for a very long time we thought it was just Takeshita and Okada, and through comments online, we're kind of seeing that. People want like a NWO Wolfpac versus NWO Hollywood in the Don Callis family.
Which, I'm sorry, that's insane. It's insane to want to see like Kyle Fletcher and Wardlow versus...
It'd be Fletcher.
I know.
Yeah, it'd be Fletcher, Takeshita, whoever else is on their team. Rocky Romero. Roppongi Vice. It's Proto Shida and Roppongi Vice versus Doyle and Davis and Okada and Trent.
Yeah, dude. You guys want to see that bad? What are we talking about, man? It'll be fun. I
think they're getting ahead of themselves. It's definitely just the three superstars, the Don Callis family.
Because once those three leave, why is anyone else there?
Yeah, I think Don Callis
I do hope Don Callis keeps Wardlow on a chain and walks him around the AEW arena.
Don Callis, yeah.
Dude, I think about meeting him one day.
He's
like, what if we became big enough to where we met him and he's like, yeah, no, I've seen like everything you guys say about me. And I'm just like...
I've heard you call me a drug-sniffing dog.
And I think in that moment I'd go... but you understand, right?
You do look like a pug in the face.
Like I'm sorry, but you kind of got like a lot going on that feels dog-like.
You breathe insane. You breathe like a bulldog. I'm sorry.
You go.
And you're putting thirst traps on Twitter. If I have to see your thirst traps on Twitter, if I have to see your
thirst traps, I can say that
you
belong on a ball and chain, like a little dog.
You belong tied to a post,
and I want you to bark at passing by wrestlers.
That's the only. I mean,
he's the guard dog of the Callis family. Every time someone knocks, it's just him barking. And dog, whoa, Wardlow, down, boy, down.
I just ordered DoorDash.
I told you this.
I told you I had an Amazon package coming. Why are you? This is the same mailman from yesterday. You've sniffed you've peed on his leg before.
Like, what are we talking about?
I had a very visual image of Wardlow lifting his leg up, pissing on a mailman.
I know you did.
Half his size.
He's a large man.
Yeah. Like we're no chance for this man.
Oh no. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if he confronted us about what we said, I think I would stand pat.
I stand 10 toes down in saying that, you know, I'm sorry.
My bad.
I'm sorry.
It was his idea. He started it.
No.
He started the bit.
I do think that the Don Callis family will be like the three biggest superstars will have this blow up match between them. Like Fletcher's got to protect his boyfriend. Takeshita's got to pick between his two lovers, and I think Don Callis is really just looking for an excuse so he actually still has a job somewhere.
And by the way, if that triple threat does happen and Kyle Fletcher does not win, I'm gonna call Tony Khan. I'm gonna have a phone call with him that lasts about 9 minutes and 38 seconds, and 8 of that is me speaking my mind, and the other is saying sorry for wasting your time.
Like, I mean, that was pretty much what Don Callis said to Fletcher in response, because Fletcher's saying, like, I could have won with the screwdriver. That was you planted that for me. What's going on? Callis responded that Fletcher should have been more focused on Mark Briscoe and getting his TNT title back, because currently those two men are 3-3. That was pointed out by Don Callis, just as a little
jab. Which, like, you know, you don't need your dad jabbing at you. It's like, hey, I'm already mad I lost. You don't got to be an asshole about it. That's the thing. Don Callis is being a little bit more of a prick than usual. Like, because usually I feel like he's defending all his guys, and now he's only defending Okada. And it really feels like if this split does happen, Don Callis and Okada are just going to stay together, and everyone else is going to go off on their own.
Which would, I mean, it would make sense if you're pairing Fletcher back up with Takeshita to try and get that, like, face turn.
No, I don't think it's a face turn. I think it's straight up just a blow up of, like Fletcher doesn't like X person. Like, it's the circle where it's like they all don't like each other, so they might as well fight. That's the thing about triple threat. Like, face heel doesn't matter as much in that, I feel. But that match, like, will be the blow up match, and I just think it's better for everyone if it's that way. And I think Fletcher should go off on his own to fight Will Ospreay at that point.
Yes,
I think that's the time when you bring that back.
If we're thinking about possible ways to get the world title currently here onto Kyle Fletcher, getting that off of MJF onto people who haven't had it before, like a returning Ospreay, or even like Darby Allin has finally completed his deal of
dude, wait till we get to that, because
dealing with the Death Riders, because he finally has a win over Pac, and he says that he is now on his way to try and get back that world championship. Where, could I just say something? I've never pictured that kid as a world champion.
Thank you.
And I don't give a fuck if he climbed a big mountain. I could climb a big mountain. Doesn't make me any special.
I don't think you could climb Mount Everest. I'm going to say it.
Watch me.
I don't think you could. I just don't think you're there.
I can run a marathon, no training. Watch me.
I think by mile 6, you'd be like, yeah, this shit sucks. I don't want to do this anymore. Speaking of this Darby Allin Pac match, it's a Wednesday night.
It's just weekly TV, yeah. But it's Maximum Carnage.
But you don't need to do a belly to belly onto the stairs.
Onto steel. Yeah.
Like, why? Why is that this? It's a weekly show. That's a spot you save for Revolution. That is that's. They did this back-to-back weeks, by the way, because cinder blocks with my favorite
Powerhouse Hobbs and
my favorite AEW Yowie.
Strickpage, yes.
Like, what do we do? Like, okay, maybe William Regal had a little bit of a point. Why are we trying to hurt ourselves every day?
Darby Allin, I've told you.
Darby Allin's a ragdoll.
Watching Darby Allin is like playing Kick the Buddy on your phone. It is seeing what you can do to the human body.
Okay, but what about future WWE superstar Powerhouse Hobbs and Swerve Strickland spot? What do you have to say about that one? What's your excuse there? That wasn't even Maximum Carnage. That was just Dynamite.
Yeah. It was a lights out match, so it didn't count. It was not. Oh
my god!
It was not like
it wasn't sanctioned.
It wasn't sanctioned by the company of AEW.
Yes,
so
it was.
They televised
it. Oh no! They took the AEW logo off the screen. Shut up. I'm not 12, dude. I'm a grown fucking man. I know what's going on my television.
Yeah, I mean. These spots, like we said a couple weeks ago, we're just repeating ourselves at this point, that the wrestlers are agreeing to this, and the doctors backstage at AEW will not let them I
also don't think they're a fan of that spot. If I had to take a guess, I don't think they're a fan of the belly to belly onto the stood up stair spot.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday night. Dude, next Wednesday they're gonna throw tax out. Like, what do we? Dude, we're doing some crazy spots on weekly TV, and it's fun and it's cool. But
yeah, we still got Maximum Carnage on Saturday, so we'll see what craziness they'll get to this weekend.
It's gonna be so crazy. There's so much carnage. It's gonna be so crazy.
But in the meantime, on Wednesday Dynamite, we had a 4-way tag match to qualify to who competes for FTR's tag team championships between Davis and Doyle, the Young Bucks, the Gates of Agony, and our precious Jetspeed.
Jetspeed!
This was one, of course, if we are picking Don Callis' favorites here, Davis and Doyle. I mean, cool to see that Mark Davis has a replacement partner. I think getting him out of that like Aussie Open into two big guys who basically look the same. Davis and Doyle are like a really good old school tag team. Like, I'm glad that they didn't make something up for them.
Stop. No, because you're going to say that, and then people are going to be like, but with FTR, you don't like the old school. That's what they're going to do to you. That's what they're going to, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit and I'm going to watch. I'm going to laugh.
At least these guys can wrestle. That's my response to that.
FTR can wrestle.
Oh.
It's cool. It's cool to see new teams get an opportunity.
Yeah.
Especially Doyle.
I mean, Davis and Doyle, it does kind of portray this like Tony Khan picked a new toy thing that he loves to do.
Yeah.
Where we have been rooting for Jetspeed.
I really wish Jetspeed would have won this match, dude.
Since we started watching, and luckily they are in a 3-on-3 tag match against the Ops on Saturday. They are taking on Powerhouse Hobbs, Samoa Joe, and Hook for the trios.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
It was pre-recorded.
Okay. I was trying to say that match might not happen.
No, if it was
pre-recorded, then
so they are. It is Jetspeed and Hangman and Page.
So I think we know who's not winning that match. By the way, just gonna throw it out there. Don't think Powerhouse Hobbs and the Ops are winning that match. What's gonna happen to the Ops?
They can still.
Can we talk about this? Can we stop beating around the bush? Powerhouse Hobbs is reportedly joining WWE after his contract expires.
WWE has expressed interest in Powerhouse Hobbs' contract in AEW was up at midnight as of yesterday, Wednesday, and is expected on SmackDown with an alleged name change. Obviously,
his name's gonna be Powerhouse,
not Hobbs.
Powerhouse Calvin. I'll be here all week.
And he has to wear tiger stripes.
Well, yeah, when he comes out in his singlet, it's going to be tiger stripes, and then when he takes it off, it's just going to look weird. But yeah, his Powerhouse Calvin. Dude.
Yeah, we have to have a serious discussion on where AEW can build stars. For sure. So Powerhouse Hobbs, I think even if he doesn't join SmackDown, I saw the talks of him joining like Ricky Saints on NXT, because Ricky Saints, the 40-year-old, the super senior in NXT, definitely does need like some muscle around him. And I think that Team Taz reunion with those two.
Isn't it cool that AEW just like play hot potato with their talent now? Isn't it cool? Whenever someone leaves one of the companies, you're like, well, see you on Monday.
Right.
See you on Friday.
Yeah. I mean, for the ops and where we see them going, they still have Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata. So either that or Shibata's the third person. And it hasn't been pre-recorded. And I just lied to you. I read that it was pre-recorded, so I think it was. I don't know if they're doing the Freebird rule.
And my favorite part about this is that this episode comes out on Friday.
Yeah.
So they can't say, "Wow, you don't watch the show," and I'm happy now.
But
they'll still find a way to do it. Yeah,
Davison Doyle being this good tag team, defeating our precious Jetspeed and. I saw a meme earlier today that was just the circle of suffering builds character development in every stage of the circle, and it was like, yeah, these guys have been signed for 6 months, 9 months, at least since we've been watching.
It's almost a year.
Yeah,
and they haven't had like a real
piece of gold.
Yeah, it's not even that; it's like a real opportunity at a piece of gold.
And they're hinting in that kind of. Working with Kevin Knight and Swerve and Swerve seeing that potential with this young star who proved himself during the C2, they have an opportunity to do really cool stuff, especially when we talk about Hangman Adam Page in the middle of Dynamite talking with Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega made his return to after declaring himself for the World Championship a couple weeks ago. He talked with Hangman Adam Page tonight, saying
with the cowboy.
With the cowboy, yes. So Swerve and Prince Nana joined Page in the middle of the ring. They are all going after that world championship from that MJF has, saying that's their New Year's resolution. That's what this fan base wants to see. This year we get back on the top of the mountain and we make whose house?
Swerve's house.
But then Kenny Omega's music hit. Joining strickpage, shaking Hangman Adam Page's hand.
Kind of interrupting my... Oh, what's the show with the hockey players? She knows what I'm talking about.
The show with the hockey players?
So there's a show. Oh, do I have to teach him right now? So there's a show with two gay hockey players that every straight woman has seen. I don't remember the name of the show though. Right. Thank you.
So, yeah, Omega comes out to be their third, shakes Hangman Adam Page's hand, and Swerve does look like a jealous boyfriend, kind of doing the opposite of what he was doing at Allin in Texas last year.
What?
Not
no, I don't think I should say it. What are they just gonna fuck on screen, dude? What are they just gonna do? What are they gonna nut up instead of shut up? Like I'm getting. There's so much tension, dude.
You're just saying, well, we're waiting.
Yeah, like, that's how it feels, dude. These two guys just so much tension all the time.
They all tried to prove why they are the greatest challengers for the AEW World Title. And Kenny Omega said he thinks that they all have something to prove. He needs to prove what he's still the god the fans thought he was. And if they believe, then he believes. He knows getting the AEW World Championship isn't as easy as the snap of a VP's fingers, even though he is. So whether it be friend or foe, he's coming for the AEW World Title. And Paige looks at the three of them, basically saying they can't do this together. And if he crosses paths with Omega on the way to the championship, may the best man win. Strickland, still annoyed.
Yeah.
Because they are being cool with each other. It's like running into your ex. And it's like, okay, why are you like smiling so much at her?
Yeah. That is exactly what it's like.
That rotten bitch. I hope she gets diverticulitis again. That's what Kenny Omega had.
Should you say that?
No, but like that's probably what I'm talking at. Like if I was like talking from the perspective.
I don't know.
This is fine. Could we? Okay, if they're not gonna fuck, can we get like a cheesy Hallmark movie?
Yeah, I'm in on a Hallmark movie.
A strickpage Christmas.
Heated rivalry, thank you. That's what they are. They are just heated rivalry. Like, it's crazy.
Could I ask why you are aware of this?
I have a girlfriend.
Gotcha.
And honestly, she hasn't even watched it. My two sisters-in-law.
I have a girlfriend. She goes to a different school. She watches it with me on Discord. I asked her to put it on.
No,
I want to watch Swerve and
both my sisters-in-laws have seen it, which means that both of my brothers have. So my brothers were talking about it because they were calling my favorite basketball player one of the characters, trying to call him gay. If that's what you wanted. They said Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart are like the guys from Heated Rivalry.
Well,
don't say well to that. If you need to stop too.
If you want to hear my think piece on that, go subscribe to FTG Sports. But
shut up. That guy's cool. I don't know who that guy is, but he's cool.
I want to hear your think piece continuing on Mercedes Moné's breakdown following her loss of the TBS title a couple weeks ago. She had a crazy promo to herself on Collision, almost Homelander-esque. Heroes don't build divisions. Icons do. Over 500 days, I held that championship. Not because I was lucky, because I'm Mercedes Moné. Because I was undeniable. I was the greatest. I asked for it.
Why? You're such a hater. Stop hating.
To show you bitches a lesson, I'm taking a break from AEW. To lose the rest of your independent championships. Yes. To show you why and how I elevated AEW. And good luck without me, because when I return, I'm collecting more than just titles. She's going on a panty raid.
A panty raid? Panty raid.
Like, yeah, all I like heard while I was both reading that and writing this in my notes was like On Time by Metro Boomin. You're not the real heroes. I'm the real hero.
No, it's a great. It's honestly a good promo. It just sets up the descent into madness, and it's good, and it gets her off AEW TV for a little bit, so you can stop being weird about her because you just hate her. You hate women. You hate powerful women. You hate women that are bosses, that are CEOs. You hate women.
I hate women in positions of power.
Yeah, you hate women in power. I love women in power. That's the difference between me and you.
That's not true. I love Queen Amanada. I love my queens.
That didn't land well, did it? That one didn't land well, did it, bud? That didn't feel good, did it? That feel good to say. But yeah, it'll be cool to see how Mercedes Moné descends into having nothing and then builds herself back up to another championship because she asked for it. You sound like a prick. I'm going to say it.
Well, I'm
going to be that guy in the comment. Hey, you kind of sound like a prick when it comes to Moné. She actually is a good wrestler and works very hard.
Actually, I really like that she changes her hair every week.
I think it's interesting.
I really like that Snoop Dogg's her cousin.
I think it's cool. I like that she dresses as Sailor Moon.
I like doing this dance. It makes me feel good.
I like that she dresses like Sailor Moon.
I respect real women.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
I will. Because my world champion, Chris Statlander, what a woman. And my world tag team champs, the Babes of Wrath, Willow Nightingale, and the TBS champion, Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron.
Double champ. The double champ don't give a f-
They are this powerful like face group with all gold, and like you said last week, it's really cool seeing them pair up together. They had this great win over the rookies on Collision with Maya World, Hyon, and Vert Vixen, and really showcasing that these could be your titles one day, that kind of thing, showing that mutual respect.
There was a lot of that in AEW this week. A lot of mutual respect between winners and losers, whether it turned out in a respectful way or not.
Right.
But like giving that, like, a lot of people got nods this week from really good talent. And I think it's the beginning of the year. You're trying to set this talent up to have a good year, yes. But it's like this talent has deserved it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're seeing with all elite graphics that got put out, like just within the last couple. Where was ours? I know. We're still waiting on those media passes.
They don't fuck with two.
No, keep going. Two.
They don't fuck with two white boys from the IE, man.
They're coming into our hood.
They already have two white boys from the IE. They don't need us.
Yeah, from Rancho Cucamonga.
Yeah, they have the Cucamonga boys.
They need some new VPs if they're looking for VPs.
I would do such a mid job at VP. I would be the perfect middle of the road vice president that just like scoots by, does my job well enough, and goes home. He'd be the worker.
Very true.
I'd show up when it's needed.
But these real workers of Stat Daddy and the Babes of Wrath did end up losing on Dynamite to the Triangle.
Every time you say Stat Daddy, I just get the opening of Cat Daddy in my head. The Cat Daddy. I just want to hear that with Scat Daddy so bad.
Scat Daddy?
Scat Daddy.
But they ended up losing to the Triangle of Madness, as Thekla gets the pin over the AEW Women's Champion. I think as we see Tony Khan kind of play who is next in line, because I think when Chris won the world title, people were like, okay, Willow. And then Willow won the TBS title. And we can still expect that and in a friendly, like, face-on-face match. But I think as they're building Thekla as this crazy competitor who, like, can be world champion and has been world champion in other promotions, they are building up for something that's new and exciting, something that we haven't seen before.
I really like Thekla.
It reminds me a lot of the people they chose for the women's world champion in the beginning. They were picking your favorite Riho was the inaugural women's champ.
Where's she at, bro? I miss her.
She's in her Pokeball right now.
I know, but like
she's in her cryogenic chamber.
We're getting to that point in time where like we might have
she needs to thaw out again.
We might need to thaw her out because I just think the scene is perfect for her. I think a lot of the matches she would have right now are really good.
Yeah.
I just think the women's division's hot right now, and I think I love the champions. I love Willow. I love Statlander. I think there's a lot to do here. I think it's super fresh. I think Thekla's gonna win that title off of Willow eventually.
Off Statlander?
I mean, yeah, off of Statlander. Sorry, I think that's gonna happen, and I think that's gonna be so fun. Like that program's gonna be fun.
She deserves it. I mean, this is building that kind of tension and those wins over like these mainstay competitors that have been here for a while, and Thekla in her second year now. I think I'm kind of I haven't necessarily been on the Triangle of Madness train.
Me either.
And I was
neither of us have.
Kind of confused on what they were.
We've gotten shit on because I didn't know that Thekla was her real name.
Her government.
Like that's what I'm saying.
We got shit for making fun of Doyle, and that's his government name.
Well, that's just go with anything else. Like, come on, man. I don't care if it's his government. How do you not get your name? It's weird. Like you said, like you usually get to keep your name in AEW, which makes me feel like it was his choice to be his government name, which is like cool, I guess. Like good for you if that's what you wanted. But I'm really excited for what this women's division has to offer right now, and I think it's in a really great spot. I think it's in a better spot than I realized it would be after Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné. Right. I think I was a little worried of like, okay, where do they go from here? How do I feel about
it's pleasantly surprising because I think it's not as predictable. It's not this world championship reign of Chris Statlander and seeing her former friends take on her. We see like Statlander be distracted by her own competitors, and then Willow possibly being betrayed by her current tag team partner, because that's just written on the wall at this point. But it's been very exciting, unpredictable. A breath of fresh air with all these new women, and I agree with you that the division seemed to be in this like very strong stagnant place, and we were wondering what was next.
It was so strong, but it was kind of stuck, and now it's in a really good spot. And I think the only thing it's missing is the one in their Pokeball.
Yeah,
I think when. I just think about like imagine when Mercedes Moné does bounce back, and then you get Toni Storm kind of coming back up, and then hopefully like we've been talking about Rio comes back, and it's like you could build like this unbelievable women's division where every week it's like who's gonna come out as the champ. If Mercedes is around, Toni Storm is around, Rio's around, and the current 3 or 4 that are in the hunt right now.
Right.
Who do you give it to? And that's a place that you want to be.
Because I think once that title is on a person like Thekla, or, I mean, to a certain extent, Statlander, but even more on Thekla because she hasn't been here for a while, she gets bombarded by all these people who, depending on who you ask, will tell you deserves it more or will be a better face for that women's division. And I think those just prove that those are good defenses for Thekla to prove.
I also think anybody who thinks that like the face of the women's division matters, like the belt, like just because they have the belt doesn't mean that they're the face of the division.
Yeah.
Because I think the face of the division is still Toni Storm. It is still Mercedes Moné, but the people who have the championship are showing that if they're not around, we're still fine. We're going to be okay. We're building, we're growing our talent, and we're getting better and better every day. And I think that's something to look forward to because I've seen a couple things on Twitter about people not liking the current women's landscape. And I'm just like, you're wrong. You're not wanting to grow and see what the women that are already here have to offer.
And I think that's what's refreshing about AEW in totality too, because if you're comparing these two commercial companies, if you were to put the titles don't necessarily mean face of the division or face of the show, where in WWE
it is.
you are the poster child. You are the champion. You are going on those talk shows. You are doing those press tours because you have the strap. And that's why we get the same 3, 4, 5 guys that you don't see in AEW. I think in AEW you are able to see people, like, I think that's why people will get mad at me for my Darby Allin take.
Yeah.
Like, AEW fans understand that he may not be the face of the company, but he's been there a while and he deserves the title.
Yeah, like, just because he has a title, like, it's still Moxley's show.
It's still Moxley's. It's still the Bucks.
And they show that. I feel like you can feel that. But the thing is, it's starting to become Fletcher's show. It's starting to become people waiting to watch Fletcher. It's Okada's show. You know what I mean? Like, there is just so much power on the AEW roster that it doesn't really matter who holds the title in the sense of sales, in the sense of presentation.
Yeah.
I think whoever holds the title, it does matter. Whoever holds your championships, it does matter. That's
And
not
as
what
long
I'm
as the
saying.
story is interesting,
but
too.
what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter who has it because there's so much talent there that there will be good stories and good wrestlings with or without the title. Some of our favorite programs this year are non-title programs that are just going on.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just a bonus when those are world title pictures, and when we're talking about the possibility of just random guys becoming world champion on, like, even a random Wednesday. I think, again, that's what AEW is for, where these kind of random title changes can happen. And not to, like, they have started to happen on WWE, but I think that's because people are realizing that it's super fucking predictable.
Why do I have to pay to watch a title change? Why are there not title changes on normal TV? Why is the normal TV that you guys put on every week just super average? Like, and that's the problem. Like, when you put on an average TV product, the pay-per-views are only going to get to be good. But if you put on a good TV project, then those pay-per-views get to be great. Yeah. And I think that's the difference. It's really hard to have bad TV and unbelievable pay-per-views.
Yeah, the only thing that beats good is greater.
Exactly. So it's just like the step up you're taking from your weekly TV to your premium events is not a big step. Whereas in AEW, it's the weekly TV so good that they have to go over the top on their pay-per-views.
Yeah. I mean, even on the weekly shows. Like
they're trying to kill each other on the weekly show.
Like we were saying. But I think it's believable in a company like AEW when we're confronted with a match like MJF versus Bandido, and even like discussing the Brody King Bandido from last week, where these guys can be world champion.
Yeah, we went on a tangent last week with that, didn't we?
But I think we should get into that main event of Dynamite. MJF versus Bandido, the long-awaited match.
We were watching with your lovely fiance.
Yes.
And she pointed out something that I couldn't unsee for the rest of the match, and it's that MJF's tights didn't fit him right. Really.
Yeah, he was wearing...
There was a little bit of sag in the tights, and it just didn't...
He was wearing granny panties, okay? He's on his period.
I was distracted that he was wearing a pad and a little bigger shorts than usual because he's on his period.
You were sad that you saw his pull string. That's fucked up. You don't point that shit out.
I just saw that the man was on his period and that he was covering up, and he made it. I'm gonna say
you were gonna say,
but I'm also gonna say he runs like a stop motion villain. Like, have you seen him run? He runs really funny.
Well, he got his hip surgery like a couple years ago.
You can tell. Like, it was after the match, he ran off, and me and your fiance are watching, and I go, why does he run like that? And she's just like, no, he do run exactly what you're talking about.
When you were bringing that up, I thought you were going to say that Bandido looked like Orville Peck. My fiance called Bandido Orville Peck. And so the Burberry Man took on Orville Peck in
the most random Like that sentence is
Yeah.
so funny. Like that's. I want to see that match. But the match was amazing. They're so good. It felt like MJF
I would love to see Bandido.
was overdoing it a little bit, but I feel like I say that a lot with MJF. That's kind of just what he does.
Bandido at a Orville Peck concert doing the Spider-Man meme. I want a part of an Orville Peck show to be like a stunt show, and Bandido gets paid out.
I want us to show up in the same outfit for an episode and just like not address it.
I just gonna fuck people up more because I don't even. I very rarely do I think people put the right name for the right person who's talking.
Dude, but also it's so fair. We look like how each other sound. Like when you close your eyes and you hear both of us, I don't think you guess it right. Like I can get it when that happens.
But MJF took on Bandido, and honestly, it was a little lackluster than what we expected for the like build up and rivalry we had going into this match.
Can you even call it a rivalry? It kind of felt sprung onto us.
I mean, it was building before the world, like MJF was world champ, though.
Yeah, but you get what? Like, it just kind of felt like, okay, let's do the payoff now. Like, oh, we got here. Let's do it. I don't know, but the match, like I said, MJF just didn't. For the first part of this match, just didn't have it. It felt like his timing was a little off. But as the match went on, it got better and better. I can't stand the way he sets up for Bandido's finisher.
Yeah.
Like the joke you made last week about the towel is so right.
I didn't make that joke. You did.
Well, you made it before the show.
But you said it on mic, so it's your joke.
Yeah,
now.
I did say when he gets ready
when he is bent over for Bandido's
when he's
finisher.
bent over with both of his hands on the rope, he looks like a girl waiting for the towel. And it's sadly true. It's just that finisher does not set up well. It's like Bailey's finisher, because Bailey's finisher is cool, but it doesn't set up well. Not as Bandido's. It's hard to set up well for having your hands on the ropes and being at a 90-degree angle.
There were two moments where they were setting up for that move where I was like, okay, he's not just standing there. Because there was one time where he just like bent himself over the ropes.
There's a lot of times where he's just standing there waiting for Bandido.
Standing there menacingly.
It's just like, come on, man. But Bandido's gonna be a superstar,
yeah,
dude.
Him pulling himself up by the ropes and like trying to pick himself up by the ropes kind of sets that move up better.
He started to figure it out better.
Bandido even like throwing him in for like an Irish whip or a clothesline or anything, like holding it there even makes more sense.
Yeah.
But completely just walking over there and bending yourself for the finisher like you did last week in his damn dress shoes.
So funny, dude. MJF is not a serious human being, man. Every time I watch an MJF match, at the end I'm like, God, this guy's a dickhead. But the thing is, that's how I'm supposed to feel.
Yes.
So he's doing his job.
Well, there was a moment that made you laugh out loud during this match where like Bandido was kind of trying to get the better of MJF, and MJF just outmaneuvered Orville Peck and called him a dumbass. He got
dumbass as loud as he can.
Right there in the...
and then he gets picked up into the fireman's carriage. He's like, ah! Like, he's so overreactionary. It's so funny.
Well, that's one of my favorite parts.
No, that's the best part about him.
MJF's vocally... MJF's so vocal for me.
I don't think he'd appreciate that. I think if he saw that clip, he would not like that. MJF, let me know in the comments if you like that. I know you're here. He's chronically online.
Yeah. So I'm sure if I like tagged him in a clip, it's one of those guys where it's like, yeah, I'll throw you a comment. I'll throw you a bone to roast the shit
MJF,
out of you.
If you watch that, let me know if you agree with what he said.
I think he takes that independent wrestling style that you can be loud on the indies in front of 10 people, 20 people, the high school gym, whatever, and building that into arenas. And I mean, coming from our theater background, that's half the shit you need to do.
It's so interesting because I feel like there's a wave in American sports of them becoming more like into what they're watching, like how like European crowds are. I feel like as time goes on, American crowds are really being more engaged with the show because it kind of goes like in order to Europe, America, Japan, like when it comes to loudness in the audience. And I feel like America's getting to the point where they're starting to chant with the, like they're really getting into it. And MJF kind of makes you sit there on your hands and listen to him. And like, no, you're not going to play these games. I'm not going to let you get the crowd engaged. I am the reason they're engaged. And he does a really good job of commanding the crowd and using his voice to do that in such big arenas. Cause it shouldn't work. Like it shouldn't. Like when you really think about it, it just being vocal and being talkative in an arena like AEW gets to be in doesn't sound like it would work, but it works so well.
It helps way better, in my opinion. I think when you can hear, not in a way of like,
but I don't want it to be everybody, but he does it so well in particular.
But there's a mixture in AEW, and I think like Ricochet is also somebody who does it really well of like picking certain people who are like yelling at him, like a specific person in the audience who are yelling at him, and just like making that personable to the fan. Yep. And as somebody who like likes independent wrestling and has been in those like under 300 people.
You've been in the gyms. You've been in the gymnasium. You've been in the high school gymnasium watching wrestling.
Ukrainian Culture Center, shout out. I love the fact that I have the opportunity to like flip somebody off, and they possibly see that middle finger, and they
will do it back.
Yeah, they have that.
If you flip off a heel at an indie show, they will flip you off back
or hurt me. Yeah, you know, that's like kind of the fun.
The fun is the fact I could get assaulted tonight.
And MJF does toe that line a lot.
Yes, he will threaten to assault a lot of people.
Or he does. He's like poured soda into like kids' faces and stuff.
But I do that too. Kids deserve it. They just grow up a little bit, man.
What are you doing hanging outside the Ross by yourself?
Why are you hanging out behind a hotel? Pour soda on you.
But MJF versus Bandido, athletically, these men pushed each other to the limit. Like Bandido trying to get those quick roll-up pins, outmaneuver MJF and get that quick roll-up or make him tap.
The spot where they rolled up 10 times, just one, two, one. So good.
I think my spot of the match for sure was that over throwing MJF over the barricade, Bandido rolling back into the ring, like some shit straight out of the video game.
Dude, the hang time he got on that was ridiculous.
Not even just the hang time, but like seeing Bandido roll into the ring, get onto the top turnbuckle, and then jumping. Like that's not even like he got height.
He went
on his
up
jump
and out.
And
like it was crazy how high he was in the air. It was insane. It was majestic.
He was the highest in the room.
It was majestic. and MJF did an amazing job of catching him and not like that was such a beautiful spot.
Even the way that arena was set up, it reminds me a lot like if we're talking about Japan and the way they set up their like front rows.
It felt like the MSG shows, like where like it was just tight. It was a tighter show.
Yeah. Well, that arena that's a newly built arena, the Texas Coliseum.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a new arena, and they've been there before. That I really enjoy when AEW does do those smaller shows because AEW thrives in those environments for sure.
It's the indie culture of it, right?
Yes.
But also the way MJF ends this match, sitting in the corner with the belt on him, match isn't even over, and he just grabs the mic.
No, matches. He won the match.
Then why did they ring the bell after he hit him with the title?
Because it's just a
thing they do.
Thing to do. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know because it didn't make sense for them to hit the bell if the match was already over.
Bandido passed out. So he put as Bryan Danielson was calling it on on commentaries, it was like MJF's doing the yes lock.
You know, I have a lot of respect
for
Bryan Danielson.
It's the little bell lock. Yeah.
I don't know if I am a fan of him on commentary. Is that a hot take? I don't know. I'm not active on AEW Twitter enough to know if that's a hot take, but I am not the biggest Bryan Danielson on commentary fan.
He's a niche for somebody for sure.
Like somebody's got to like him. It's not me.
Yeah.
But somebody's got to like him.
But like as we come to the end of this match, MJF does make Bandido tap out, and unfortunately Bandido, wasn't tapped out. He passed out. And getting his title, MJF asked for a microphone. He sits in the corner and kind of...
He puts him over.
He puts his opponent over.
When everybody said that you were going to be a world champ, I didn't believe them, and now I know you can. I have fought you, and I know you are going to be one. So I'm going to beat this shit out of you with my belt. That's what it was. That's what he did.
Yeah. And he hit him with the belt. Brody King comes out to save his...
The funniest part about that is I go, dude, where's Brody King at? No less than 2 seconds later, he comes from the crowd, jumps in the ring. I'm like, oh, there he is.
The devil.
There he is. Well, because MJF tries to unmask Bandido.
Oh shit.
So he says the things about Bandido, hits him with the title, and then looks towards the camera and goes like this, and like starts smiling at the camera, goes to rip it off, and then Brody King comes in and saves the day. MJF loves teasing the mask.
Yeah.
He loves trying to take people's masks off.
It's disrespectful in luchador culture. He did that multiple times to Mystico.
It's kind of his thing, being a douchebag.
He's our scumbag. There were people online that were worried that this might have been the turn from Brody King to Bandido, and kind of like what we were alluding to last week.
I was watching it, and I was like, where's the boom gun?
But no, they were.
I was like, Brody, is he gonna reach into his shirt? I was waiting for it.
Yeah, he left his crate from Acme at home. He actually defended the Roadrunner. You know, Brody Coyote. Shout out Wallaby Jones on Instagram.
That was crazy.
I am
so mad. I didn't think of that. I'm sitting there doing the bit, and I don't think of that.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong? It's my fault.
Yeah. And it's our fault that this episode is over. Unless we have anything else to talk about, anything else exciting in the wrestling world. I mean,
it's going to be a little bit of a shorter episode.
Other than Powerhouse Hobbs joining WWE, the Rascals are actually their contract expired with TNA. We finally have all four of them.
AJ Styles did go back to TNA as well. Did an appearance there
at least for the AMC debut.
That was cool.
But the Rascals are set to debut on AEW. Are you familiar with the Rascals at all?
A little bit, nothing too crazy.
I think you'll enjoy them.
Okay,
they're stoners basically.
Fire.
They have the Rascal Treehouse.
So they're like the Marble Lights guys, but with weed.
No, they have the Rascal Treehouse, where it looks like that '70s show. Where I fucked with these guys. Each character.
WWE did do a big tryout recently, and it was like 90%. It was like 90% indie wrestlers for the first time. Like, it was all indie guys that I know you've probably seen in person.
And
guys that I've
Charlie,
seen online.
LeBron Cazone from DPW. There were
only like 3 non-indie wrestlers. One of them was a college basketball player, another one was a model, and another one was a football player at Colorado. Okay. And everyone else was indie wrestlers that I've seen on Twitter before. It was like, whoa, this is way different and I think, you know what it shows? It shows that they're like, oh, we don't have like wrestling talent right now. Like, we have a lot of athletes, we don't have a lot of wrestling talent, and I think that them bringing in a lot of that indie talent, I mean, a couple of those guys are only like 20 to 22 years old that they're bringing in that are indie guys that already have a name. So imagine when they like get a little bit of steam in NXT, that's going to be really cool.
I think also NXT is suffering a little bit right now and rebuilding themselves.
But this is the process of NXT is oh my God, they're unbelievable. Oh, they called everyone up. Oh my God, they're like that. But that's what NXT is supposed to be. So when NXT gets bad, I don't care because I know they're gonna replenish and they're gonna add more. It's what they do.
It's just those few months, and I think even when we see it in WWE and AEW where some of their big stars leave, and I think we may even feel it as soon as next week with the empty spot of Powerhouse Hobbs.
It's going to be really weird to see the ops without that big jacked man in Joe's corner. It's like having a bodyguard, man, and it's going to change how the ops look optically. Like it's going to change the way they look, and I'm excited to see what he does. I hope he doesn't get like attached to somebody. I want him to do his own thing because I really like Powerhouse Hobbs. From the little bit that I got to see of him, he's really good. I think there's a couple things. Of course, there's a couple things every wrestler can work on, but this guy is athletic. He's big. He's everything that WWE wants in a wrestler. I think he will find a way to thrive there.
His T-shirt, he is 2 out of the 3 things AEW or WWE wants.
Yes.
Big, black, and jacked.
Yep.
They like big and jacked.
Yes, they do.
So hopefully they treat him well.
Dude, I hope he gets to run the big black and jacked shirts in WWE. It's so fire, dude.
They, I really hope that it's not like.
I hope it's not another Andrade thing where they
I hope it's not like Red Rose White Ceiling, fucking Braun Breaker throwing a spear every week. Running what you know how to do every week, and it's just like you're just a big man who knows how to do that.
I remember seeing a wrestler talk about it. It's just like they get there and then they stop doing the cool shit they did to get there to stay safe and secure their bag, and it's like now I'm bored of you because you don't do the cool shit that made me like you.
Yeah,
and that's what I just. But also, like, let's be real here. A guy like Powerhouse Hobbs doesn't do a bunch of flippy shit. He's just big and jacked, and you can always do strong big man spots when you're a strong big man. So I don't think his style will change much.
Hopefully, yeah.
I think he will. I think he'll stay relatively the same. I'm just excited to see what they do character-wise with him. I want to see what he turns into because he's been a side piece to Joe. He doesn't talk much. He's been Joe's muscle. And I want to see him do his own thing and be his own person. I don't want him to see him just be another. I don't want him to go to WWE and get thrown in a faction again. Like it's just like, then why'd you leave AEW? Because
when we consider like AEW stars going to WWE, that's one of the main reasons I think these stars go to get promo work done and the benefits and just like the individuality of being a star. Most of the time,
I think that's the main difference is when you're a star in WWE, you are put on a pedestal, and when you're a star in AEW, you are still a wrestler. You're still a wrestler first.
Yes,
because it's an indie wrestling culture. When you're in WWE, when you're a star first, a wrestler second.
Yeah,
and I think that is beneficial to people. Like a Shinsuke who doesn't really want to wrestle as much. He kind of wants to get paid, do his spots, and go surf. You know, like, that's his thing, and that's fine. But I don't think Powerhouse Hobbs is at that point of his career. I think he wants to say, hey, I was the muscle in AEW, but in WWE I can be put on a rocket ship and be this monster.
I mean, shit, if we're looking at where he's going or the prior, trying to hopefully hit all 3 adjectives on the t-shirt, they once did that with people like Big E and Kofi Kingston and like
Bobby Lashley was winning titles.
And when we consider Powerhouse Hobbs moving over there, we also have to think about who his opponents would be. Like are there any dream matches off the top, off dome?
I mean, dude, him and Braun Breaker would be so funny.
Him and Braun Breaker would be crazy. I'm surprised you haven't thought about this yet. Him versus Obafemi.
Oh my god! I mean, him and Obafemi. That's the unstoppable force, immovable object.
Yeah.
Yeah. That match is gonna hurt a lot of the ring's not gonna feel okay after. They're gonna have to check on the ring after that match.
I mean, him versus Dominic Mysterio
That'll be
would
fun.
be crazy. There were talks of him like running that IC title picture.
There's gonna be some really interesting matchups they put him in. It just depends on if they make him do NXT or not. Which,
Like I said,
I don't know.
Like I said when we talked about it, like allegedly he's going straight to SmackDown.
And if he is, I like that. I
Yeah.
like that a lot more. I don't think this is a Jordan Grace situation. I don't think this is a Stephanie Vakir situation where they need a little bit of time in NXT to because I think Jordan Grace did need a little bit of growth for the WWE style because it's different style. I think that's why she's in NXT. I don't think she's in NXT because she's not good enough. I think she needs to learn the WWE formula. It's like training.
I was almost going to say that they put her down there because they brought up people like Stephanie and Julia, where NXT needed this
talent.
Superstar for these. Like the frat
I think
house
it's a mix of both.
I
think it's a mix of both. I think the frat house is down there, and they need someone to be the leader of that, and they need to give her time to learn the WWE style because it is a little bit different. I don't think someone like Powerhouse Hobbs will feel it because his style is very. I'm big man.
It's hard hitting,
yeah. Like that's pretty easy to replicate in both styles. But what Jordan Grace does is not. She is so one of a kind that they need to find out how to use her. So they gave her time down there to be the best person down there until she comes up. I think they did that right, but I don't think it would make sense to send him down there. I don't think there's anyone down there. Now, if Obafemi was still down there, Javon Evans was still down there, Trick Williams was still down there, put him there.
Well, they're not because Ricky Saints ran them all off.
But you get allegedly. But like if those guys were still down there, I would want him down there. But with that young talent crop up, he should be up with them.
Yeah. Putting superstars where they belong, putting them to yes, WWE audiences have to get acquainted with them first, but
it's not that hard when you look like that.
I was going to say, I guarantee any of these superstars that we just mentioned, not just Powerhouse Hobbs, if you strap gold to them, audiences will hopefully pick up.
If you gave gave gold to Trick, Oba, or Javon Evans, it would go over so fast.
Yeah.
I love Trick, man.
Do you like the trick of ending the episode?
God damn it.
I think it's that time, boys and girls, Pam Fam. Ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please follow the damn podcast at Pod-A-Mania Pod _EWO3 and at Bozo Dills.
Like and subscribe. Comment what you think about Powerhouse Hobbs' move to WWE. Do you think it's the right thing for his career, or how do you think it's going to go? Any dream matches for you?
And please follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Leave a review while you're over there, and we'll catch you next week.
Bye-bye.